Hey, what up, you guys? It's Danny B. You're watching The Trash Dish. In this video, I'm going to be doing a video about Dario Argento's filmography from past the 90s, like 2000 until right now. And the reason I want to do this video is because I feel like these films, I really like them. And I always hear people talk about how bad they are and everything. But for me, to me, this is better than the stuff he was doing in the 90s. Like, he kind of took a step up. And I think these films are just kind of underappreciated, and I really like them, actually. A lot of these have kind of a very different vibe than what he was doing in the 70s and 80s. It feels like he kind of got more trashy with it. So his newest one, Occhi Neri, Dark Glasses, I actually have not watched this one yet because on the back of the DVD it says it has English subtitles. But if you put it in the DVD player, it actually doesn't. So I can either watch this with no subtitles and not understand what they're saying, or I could wait, you know, like another month till it's on Shudder. If anyone knows where I can find an English subtitle bootleg, let me know. Because I bought this thing and I can't watch it, so I might as well bootleg the thing. All right, now these are going to be kind of out of order. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the card player. A lot of people say this is pretty bad. You know, I really like this one. I think this is a lot of fun. And I think the stuff with the poker player playing the FBI is really cool. And you got the webcam, the old webcam footage of like the victim. Pretty brutal stuff. It almost kind of turns into like a CSI versus Saw. And I'm not saying it's his best movie or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's the card player. All right, next up we got Do You Like Hitchcock? This was a TV one he did. Pretty cool mystery stuff. And this kind of has a style more like his older stuff. So if you like his old stuff, you know, if you haven't watched this one, give this one a chance because it's probably the most like his older stuff. Except maybe the new one, which I haven't watched yet. But you kind of like a copycat killer is going around killing people the same way from Hitchcock movies and stuff. Yeah, Do You Like Hitchcock? All right, next up we got Jennifer, which I actually have the real like official thing on the Masters of Horror thing, but it just says Masters of Horror, so I made my own little bootleg case for it. But, yeah, this is an awesome one. This is probably one of the better ones that he did through the 2000s. He did 2 episodes for Masters of Horror, and they're really not any different than, like, an actual film, except that the runtime is an hour instead of an hour and 20 minutes. Love the music in this. It's a story about this detective that finds this kind of deformed girl, and he kind of falls in love with her. She just becomes kind of more of like a nightmare. And what I heard was this is actually based on a comic called The Jennifer. So this is a comic book adaptation, I guess. Yeah, just a really cool one, Jennifer. All right, next up we got Dracula, also known as Dracula 3D. A lot of people hate this one with a passion, actually. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. I'm not a big fan of this one, but people do say it's way worse than it actually is. I mean, you got Dario Argento's boobs in 3D, so what more do you want from a movie? All right, next up we got Sleepless. This one's alright. You know, I think this would be better if it was a little bit shorter. It's a pretty long movie. Pretty cool murder mystery and pretty cool gore and stuff. I was looking way more forward to this one. Like, I really had this one hyped up before I saw it. But then when I watched it, I was just like, it's alright. If I rewatch it knowing how it ends and everything, maybe I'll watch it with like a new set of eyes and really kind of find the appreciation for it. Not as good as I had hoped, but I still thought it was pretty cool. Sleepless. Alright, next up we got Giallo. And this is another one. I heard people saying this was completely horrible and everything. I gave it a shot, and you know what? I actually kind of liked it. Pretty gory and stuff. The story, you know, it's not the best, but like it's as good as anything else that was coming out at the time. Like Saw Part 9. Adrian Brody plays a guy with, I think he has jaundice or some kind of disease that turns his skin yellow. That's why it's called Giallo. So he played kind of like a little trick on the audience, making them think like, oh, he's going back to his roots, but then it's just about a guy with yellow skin. So if you were hoping for like an old Giallo, and then that's what you got, I could see you getting angry about it. But, you know, if you take this one for what it is, I think it's pretty cool. All right, next up we got Pelts, and I watched this one on Tubi. I haven't opened this copy yet. But this is another good one from Masters of Horror. This stars Meatloaf, you know, who just recently passed away, so rest in peace to him. And this is about the fur trade, or, you know, the skin trade. People are killing raccoons for their fur, and now the raccoons, like the ghosts of them, are haunting these people and making them kill themselves in all kinds of crazy ways. Really cool one. Great acting from Meatloaf. He's totally nuts in this movie. And this one is super gory. Also, it's pretty sleazy for an Argento film. Like, there's a lot of stripper scenes and stuff. He usually doesn't focus so much on, like, sleaziness like that. Yeah, definitely a highly entertaining one. Pelts. Really like that one. And then last up, my favorite from the 2000s era. Mother of Tears, the unrated version. And I kind of went into this with like low expectations because I'm not a huge fan of Suspiria. Suspiria is one like I always thought it was good, but it just wasn't really my style. This one I love though. This one is so much fun. It's super goofy. I think it's probably got to be his goriest film. I mean, like the gore in this movie is ridiculous. I mean, for example, you got ghosts ripping a woman's guts out and then strangling her with her own guts. And this does have bad CGI in it, which to me makes it more fun. Like I went into this thinking like, all right, I'm gonna see a CGI shitfest. That's kind of what you got with this, but it's funny though. And Dario Argento's in this. She's really good in it. I think this is my favorite role from her. And it just gets super goofy and ridiculous. It's almost like a Sam Raimi style film, like Argento doing a Sam Raimi mixed with like Fulci style gore. And it is the third part in the Mother trilogy. There's Suspiria, Inferno, and Mother of Tears. And it kind of clarifies a little bit about Suspiria that I didn't realize. But the tone of it is, you know, like completely 2000s. And if you watched all three of these in a row, you'd be like, all right, that's the odd one out. But, you know, as a film by itself, it's highly entertaining. And I really love this one. This is probably my third favorite Argento film, actually. So quick recap. We got The Card Player, Mother of Tears, Pelts, Giallo, Sleepless, Dracula, also known as Dracula 3D, Jennifer, you know, Jennifer again, Masters of Horror, Do You Like Hitchcock, and Neri. And I can't wait to watch this one. Please do not spoil anything for me for this. I haven't watched it yet. Alright guys, this is Danny B. You're watching The Trash Dash. Let me know what you think of Argento's 2000s till now filmography, and let me know your favorite Argento film. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.